Hello, welcome back again to Roll Initiative. My name is Dave. I'm the Dungeon Master for a group of friends that get together and play Dungeons and Dragons. So let's jump right into the recap here. Last session, you guys escaped out of Curse of All, realizing that you were basically fell right back into the Horde. As you escaped out, Kari turned to a giant eagle. The three of you jumping on her, she flew out. Oriana, you grabbed this earth elemental. Were able to shrink him down with you because you flew upwards. Escaping, flying for some time, you saw this jungle, pretty normal. Every once in a while seeing these large reptilian-like creatures again. The one with very long neck feeding off the trees. Flew for a good 3.5 hours or so until you saw approaching towards you these wyverns. You could see on the back, Kari, that they were Lords of Alliance soldiers riding these things. As you guys landed down into the jungle, a few minutes later, so they landed too. Speaking to them, they were actually quite gracious, warning you of the issues in the south. This large mountains called Osidion that were moving, seemed to be growing farther north. Chatted for a while. They warned you. You guys, though, considered it and continued south. They also warned you of this camp of these LOA guards that sat farther south. You guys continue to move onward, again resting. You practice the bullwhip. Rowan, you practice that crossbow for enough hours to increase your ability to target items now. Rufus, you spent some time making more ammunition for what was to come. Kari, you meditated, trying to feel what was going on with Chult, this heat, these withering of trees. You guys flew off again, finding and being spotted by this camp of LOA guards. They forced you into a landing right in the middle of this camp. Finding these men tired, exhausted, done with their situation, explaining to you that the Osidion was moving farther north towards them. In the distance now, you could actually see this wall of mountains that seemed to just go up and across forever. You chatted with these gentlemen, convincing them to not kill you, but instead give you the night to do what you wanted to do, basically telling you that they don't have to kill you, that what you're taking on, if you want to be heroes, then it'll be the death of you. Rowan, you took a curiosity in these fine creatures, actually learning to ride one of them, finding there was 3 eggs left, and with these guards feeling that there was no alternative, that these creatures were going to die anyways. With this heat, they gave you the 3 eggs. Kari put them in the bag. And the next morning, the army retreated as these mountains now moved within 100 feet of you. You attempted to fly to try to find a way up. No way up. Across. No way. To when you landed, watching now as the earth trembled, rocks seeming to grow from the ground. You walked up, tapped on these mountains, punching them, trying to instruct this earth elemental to maybe help break in. As you hit it, you watched now as it seemed to move towards you. As you looked, you saw what appeared to be a large foot, a leg now. As you guys all watched, this huge stone titan just pulls himself, shaping out of this mountain, lurking towards you. And without further ado, let's run the intro. Okay, guys, so you watch as this huge creature now pulls himself from this mountain. I need you guys to place yourself in that vicinity there, along with the earth elemental.
I was up close to rock.
Okay. Alright, move yourself back just like 2 squares.
Thank you.
As you watch
Oh, fuck.
this large stone creature pull himself from these mountains, lurking down at all of you, as I'm going to call initiative.
Really?
Okay, 20 to 25?
24. 24.
21.
Okay, well,
You can go first. I roll good.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, I guess me first. No?
well, come on.
Oriana first.
Fine.
She controls the rock.
No,
Rufus, and then, okay, 15 to 20?
That's me.
I'm controlling.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of does what he wants.
I'll just do that.
19.
19.
Well, looks like you guys caught a break on this, because good old Stone Titan
Level 1.
is last.
ST.
So, what do you want to do, Oriana?
You make me line, but I can do it.
Yeah,
At least strike.
I want to take out this armor hole out of the our Flask.
Okay, so you release him, put him on the table.
Now it's a party. Yes, bro.
I.
As you watch Oriana kind of, in her small size, open just a canister as smoke seems to come from it. And then you watch as this Umber Hulk now kind of stands on the field, kind of looks at all you guys, these biters snapping, just waiting for the command. Oriana, you will be controlling it, so it goes on your turn, its actions also.
Right now.
What you want to hold.
Yes, I'm gonna hold.
Okay,
Until I know what I want to do.
okay, so there you go.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Blindness.
Okay. And that is a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Blinder. Constitution saving throw.
Well, that's 20.
Fails. Charting
26.
I think he's good. He's still. Let's see.
Yeah.
26. So you kind of stand back there, you go to cast it, you notice it just kind of doesn't seem to have an effect, where you're still just looking at all you guys.
Nice try.
Rufus, you're up.
Okay.
And also,
And
Earth
also the
Warrior.
Earth Elemental.
Yep.
Oh, poor buddy. Alright, guy. Well. So he can do the Earth Glide, right? So he can burrow.
mm-hmm.
So he can go right down on the ground.
Okay.
I want to do that, and then maybe come up behind me.
Okay. He's able to go right up against the wall, so he's gonna burrow up right next to him on either side that you want.
Okay.
Right up here?
So he's right on him. I mean, he can come right here, boom,
Okay.
if you want him to.
That's fine. And
So
then
he comes up.
He'll
right
come
next to
out, and he'll do his slam multi-attack.
you. Okay, give me the rolls.
Let's see how this works.
Oh, do we all control elemental?
No, Joey is doing it.
He's doing that one.
Okay.
Luna, she has that. You can have all do stuff. Her own, you're just kind of on your
Oh,
own.
I was just curious.
18?
Like,
I'm chilling.
18 total. 18 does miss. As he kind of strikes against it, you notice it doesn't even do anything. As he's kind of confused after he hits it, don't even face it.
Wow, he's strong.
20.
20 just hits. So give me the damage on that.
That's real good.
you have to get 20 to hit him, basically. It's gonna be a long road.
17.
Nice hit. You see the anger this time as this earth elemental just takes both hands this time and hits this thing square in the leg, chipping off some of the stone. What you guys all notice as the stone breaks off of him, You watch as this rock that's here kind of fixes a little bit of it. There's still some open wound, but it seems like the stone clings up against them.
Okay, now Rufus will go. And you know what? He's going to spend a grit point. I'm going to spend a grit point to get advantage on his attack.
Okay, give me the roll.
25.
25 hits. Give me the damage.
It's 12.
12. Okay, so you fire off with the first one, pistol, correct?
Yes.
You fire him, it hits high enough to chip across his ribcage area. You two also notice as it takes some of it away, it's almost like it, and this rock, part of it comes back and reattaches itself. Not all of it, but part of it does.
And then I'll take another shot with the pistol.
Okay.
Natural one, so that one missed. In fact,
I need you to roll damage.
I misfired my gun, so
Misfire.
it's not broken, but it's out of commission for a minute.
So as you fire the second one, it just kind of flames up around the tree. It just doesn't work.
James.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, I'll stay there. That's good.
Okay. Carter, you're up. And you're looking up at this thing. It's just right there in front of you. As you just notice how it seems like this mountain keeps parts of it coming back to him.
I'm gonna look up into the sky that's going on above us and cast. No, call lightning.
I was gonna say lightning.
Okay.
Dex saving throw, please.
8.
Huh? You fail.
Okay.
3d10
Okay.
That's me.
plus
Plus knock him on his butt.
plus. What are you? Plus 8. 18, 19, and 8 is 27.
Nice. So,
And that stays up.
yeah, because actually what you do, you watch as this lightning was going around this mountain anyways. You kind of focus on it, and you pull it together as you just drop this existing lightning onto him as it just hits him across the back, exploding these rocks in the air off him.
Stays up for 10 minutes.
Okay. Concentration, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And cause. Yeah, no, I'm good. No, not bonus action. I'm gonna shift.
Okay.
Oh shoot. Hey Rufus, did you take a look at everything all good?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so as you shapeshift into this bear, Roan, you see that this lightning has done pretty good to him as he's looking up towards it. He's engaged with Kari, so what do you want to do?
Can I do my sneak attack
Sure can.
with my crossbow that I trained on? I'll sneak
Yep.
out here.
Yep. So you come out from behind these formations of rock
Yep.
and get ready to aim on him. Give me the attack roll. Yep, advantage on your proficient.
What's it, dexterity?
Yep. Plus you have a +1 on your crossbow now.
So it's 20.
20. Yeah, 20 just hits it.
Okay.
As the bolt pierces into him. Give me the damage.
$15.
15. Is that with all the dice and everything? Dexterity added in?
No, let's add. Makes it 20.
20. Good. So you fire into him too. As you watch his bolt go into his body, it's like the rocks around it kind of push his bolt out as part of this wound heals. Not all, okay? Do you want to stay where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's its turn.
No, it's not.
Oh, no. Go on. You gonna take your turn, okay?
So the Umber Hope will move up a little bit.
Okay.
So he's within 5 feet.
Okay.
And do his multi-attack. He has 1 with claws and 2 mandibles. So.
Okay, just give me attack rolls. Oh, nope. First one misses. That was with the claws or magic?
Claw.
Okay. So give me the other attacks.
And that's not good either. Sucks. So, yeah, no. 9.
9?
Wait.
One more.
No, 13, sorry.
13. You have 3, right?
That was it.
That was it?
The mandibles count as 2,
Oh.
and the claw counts as 1.
Sure about that? Let me see that.
There you go.
That's it's a little bit different. No, it's 3 attacks.
Yeah, but if you read underneath where it says,
Roll
2
one
with
time.
its claws, 1 with its manacles. You get to roll another claw attack.
Yeah.
Give me a claw attack. I don't want to screw you out of an attack.
okay.
One of them will hit.
So, yeah. Okay. It's 14 and 8, so 22.
See? That hits. So give me the damage.
Okay, so 1
So just remember, 2 claws and
Right.
1 manacles.
8 plus 5, so 3 plus 8.
8. That's okay. You see this Umberhawk kind of miss the first 2 times, and then just the third one makes some contact with him. Okay. So it's now its turn.
And now Oriana will go.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Into Chromatic Orb at 4th level.
Okay. What are you using? Which energy of it?
Cold.
Oh. Okay. Give me a roll.
Because this thing needs heat.
Well, it's kind of made out of heat, so she cools it down. Maybe we first.
18.
18, unfortunately, does miss. As you kind of, it just goes right by him. You do notice when it hits the stone behind you, it's there for a moment and then it's kind of goes away. All right, so your turns. You staying where you're at? Oriana?
Me? No, I'm gonna move
Back?
a little bit back, yeah. A little bit
More?
Behind?
back behind Bone. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you kind of fly back. All right, so now it's his turn. First thing it's gonna do is it looks down at this smaller version of him, just with this rage as it takes this large fist. And it's gonna attempt to hit.
Not Brock. Don't hurt Brock.
Don't hurt
Brock the Rock.
Oh, that's funny. 18?
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes down on him, and he is going to take 21 points of damage. Because it just, and I need him to give me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, you get saving throws on here. It's just going to be whatever the plus is on the strength.
Yeah, unless it says it's somewhere in the saving throws card.
See the saving throw part anywhere? Oh, wait. No, I don't see saving throws.
Okay, then it's just, yeah. You just add your strength modifier.
So 19.
19, okay. As it hits him, you see for a minute, this elemental almost loses footing, but he seems to hold his ground. The next hit, as he hits him, he's coming out with his other fist on you. Gonna attempt to hit you.
Saving them.
22, I know that does hit. So you're gonna take,
I'm a bear.
I'm a burger,
I might not be a bear for much longer.
14 points of damage.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I need a strength saving throw.
Okay. Natural 1.
Okay, so you guys all watch as this hit
How much?
Just-
That's 14.
buries into Kari in her bear shape and knocks her. I need her to go 15 feet back, and she's prone.
About there?
Yep. As you just kind of roll a couple times, and you're on your back prone. He is going to stay right where he is. So, top of round. Oriana.
I'll hold for a minute.
Okay. Leah, what do you want to
Oh,
do?
of course, thank you. Because I have no clue what to do.
If you want to hold, you can only go to Rufus. Come
Yeah,
back.
my stuff's lined up. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. You shot him with an arrow, right? And that worked?
We did. It did a little damage.
Okay, I'll go ahead and... Actually, you know, I'll hold.
Hold?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna hold.
Rufus, it's on you.
Okay, let's go ahead and use Brock, and he will multi-attack first.
Okay.
Let's try that one. Nope, first one, so we'll just go ahead
So he
and...
kind of swings again, misses.
23.
Give me a damage.
$15.
15. So you guys all watching from your vantage point, these two very similar creatures, one much larger, but this smaller one just is taking both of his hands, just knocking this thing back the best he can. Does he have one more attack, or is it just...
No, that's the 2, and he'll just stay right there. He's free.
Okay.
Now Rufus, with a kind of a messed up gun right now, so the pistol's put away, and we're I'm back there. You know what? We'll just take a nice clean shot through with the musket.
Okay.
Just clean through.
Give me the roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn another grit point to get advantage. This guy's kind of tough.
Okay, and you're proficient with it.
Natural 20.
All right. So give me that damage.
It's like double damage.
Double damage. More of that. For me, guys. Not terrible. What's that? 13.
13 total.
13 total.
Okay. Boom, as you fire off into him, this time it explodes right in the stomach area. Making a bigger hole in the pistol, of course, but you again see it kind of shake back a little bit.
Okay, and then with my other attack, I'm just going to reload the musket. I'm not going to worry about the other.
Okay, you staying where you're at?
Actually, yeah, I'm staying right there. It's fine.
Okay.
No need to.
Do you guys want to go before Kari goes?
You know what? I'm actually gonna cast Cloud of Daggers.
Okay.
Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's arena the first time on a turn. Okay. So,
Just right in
Roll
front
that.
of him.
Roll
Right
damage.
on top of him.
alright, so.
And if I try to leave it, I take damage. Well, I take damage no matter what.
4d4.
Basically, it stays there.
So,
Oh, by the way,
1.
that'll be my call that I didn't ask for concentration calls
That's all we got. Just roll twice.
for your lightning.
Oh,
So no, my mistake. You guys gotta stay on that. So
Hey,
it's a freebie for it.
do it again, boo.
It's a constitution check, yeah?
14.
14. Okay.
Good one.
As these cloud of daggers appear for him, just start jamming to him at all ends. He's trying to wave at him, waving. They're just hitting him. You want to stay where you're at?
Yep.
Okay. Oriana, you want to go? You want Kari to go?
Oh, Kari can go. Yeah.
Okay, so you're back there. You just need to stand up.
Alright. Would you stand me back up, please?
Yeah.
Okay, that's half my movement. I'm gonna lightning again.
Okay.
3, 7, and 10 is 17, and 8 is thank you.
So it zaps him again.
And
His lightning coming down, his daggers hitting him. You can see him just getting more angry.
5, 10,
Looking at you guys.
15, 20. I just want to charge back forward again. Here we go. And I can multi-attack on him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
The way you cast a spell, is it? Oh, no, it happens automatically. All right, sorry.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
all
just
right. So give me attacks.
Alright.
It's
We
bear
got
time.
it's bear time. So 20 and 19.
So one hit.
One hits. Alright.
Give me the damage.
Yeah, we'll hit with my bite since that was the first one I looked at. D8 plus 5, so 8.
8.
Ow.
So you take another carve out of him. Okay, and you're gonna stay where you're at.
Of course.
So, Rowan or Brianna?
Hey guys, do you want me to try and put him in the flask?
I would love to try. I would love to try. 100%.
I make the roll. What is it? Constitution
I
or
love that idea.
Because
Wisdom.
Number Hope is out now. It'd be when the Umber Hulk stops obeying us,
But
it's easier to kill him.
Is there a size limit on that?
No, I read it just now. It doesn't say that.
I don't
It
think there
doesn't
is.
say the
think so.
size
You just
of
destroy the
house.
flask with them in
It
it.
just says he has to be within 60
No, because then it
feet.
becomes out that he's friendly.
Oh,
Now he's our new
now-
Umber Hulk, and we just ditched that.
Yeah, DC 17 wisdom saving throw or be trapped in the flask.
Okay.
If the target has been trapped in the flask,
Wisdom, huh?
You get smarty?
Oh boy. Anybody want to give me inspiration?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. You got 18 plus 5, 23.
Oh,
that's
man.
22. So she tried to bring him in there and does not work.
Okay, well,
I think
that
that's
was,
an action to do it, isn't
Yeah, that was my action, but now the Umber Hulk will do
Right.
it again.
Okay. You want to attack? Good try. It's all based on one roll.
Alright,
I was breathing out on that one.
no, it's 18.
Nope. 18 does this, but you get 2 more attacks. 2 claw attacks.
It is 15.
No, give me one more.
He goes quick.
Every color, every time.
Saving that Umber Hulk for all this time, and he just.
He's
And
back.
then 20!
All right. So after all this effort, he just finally takes all his might and hits him. So give me the damage.
That's a double.
You double all the dice.
Okay, so 48 plus 8, 16.
Go.
16 and 7, 23, 23 and 6, 29 and 5, so 34.
Wow. Umber Hulk, that was good.
That's living up to its name.
All right.
Go!
So he just gets him good on that one. As you see, less rock comes back this time. His stone seems to be giving him a little less, as you guys are doing. Okay, so Rowan, you're up.
I was gonna shoot him with the crossbow.
Sneak attack again, so you have advantage.
Yeah, he's got a mess of people around
Yeah,
him.
you were
so.
fighting with your allies if I ever seen an X-Men lineup.
23.
23 hits, man. Give me the damage.
That is 4d6. 18.
Plus your bolt damage.
Oh, plus 1?
Plus 1, so it'll be 19. Because you rolled your bolt damage, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have these charm bracelets.
Okay. Wow. Bam! So you hit him again. This time he knows the bolt just stays in him.
Bracelets that we got from the witch. The orphan lady.
Being the one that we basically increased our health a little bit.
Yeah, she gave us charm bracelets too.
Well, I think that's what it did, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
a
got
good
We have something
It
else.
was more of mass healing, I think. Stuff like
Oh,
that
we
here.
do. Oh. So yeah, well, don't forget about it then, because I did.
Okay, so
I have so much stuff.
I know, I'm thinking we have a charm bracelet. Can we charm him?
oh yeah, did you do
No,
that? Was your action?
I think it was more
Okay,
for
Yeah.
us.
so
Charm bracelet just
Yeah.
gives us life.
I think it was more for us to heal.
Yeah.
We don't
It
want
there was something else to it though.
that was a charge thing. I gave him down what the bracelet was. I could look up in the book, but it was a healing thing.
It was just a healing
Yeah, it
thing?
was a healing
Okay.
thing.
I think it had charges.
Charges that you could heal with. But once they were gone, they were gone.
Okay.
I don't think I even use them.
Okay, so it's its turn. What's it want to do?
Good theory.
Yeah, at least you remembered it.
Okay. Okay. So you watch as this thing stands there, and it lifts his foot up, his whole leg, and just stomps onto the ground. Kara, you watch. As this crack starts going right towards Rufus. The 3 of you. Mariana, you're fine. 20-foot radius. Yep. I need all 3 of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Not me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't you know you're fine.
20, not natural.
Okay.
Twenty-four.
24.
Okay. So, you guys all seem to jump out of the way when this whole area, all the way around, becomes a hole. So you guys are now on the outsides of it. You watch as the earth drops down 30 feet, as this huge crater appears. You kind of both look back, it's just, yeah, it's an edge there now that you're looking at, 30-foot drop. That's its turn. Top it around.
Yeah?
Go again. Try to go in the Iron Flask again.
Do it.
Keep rolling for it.
Can you use it that many times in a row? You need this card right?
It doesn't
I don't
say
think
that I
it
can
does.
do
There's
this.
a limitation.
It's not, no.
Based on if you want to use your turn for that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
He doesn't think he can
You
beat
did. You're sweating.
There is nothing. There is nothing.
Okay, so you hold this flask up. You watch kind of like he's drawn to it for a reason. He looks at it as his body begins to get smaller, turning to this rock dust. As you hold this flask, all that time creating this thing, huh? Okay, so you watch
Got a lot of
as
nice friends now.
just the cannery popped cork on it,
Where's my flask?
All right, guys.
and he
we have one last
disappears.
thing to do.
Now we gotta kill the Umber Hulk.
Yeah.
Hey, you got something left to fight now?
Well,
You
the
get to play
Umber
Umber
Hulk
Hulk.
it still has an hour of
I don't
being
think he's
nice
friendly
to
if
us.
the other guy takes his spot.
The Umber Hulk still has an hour of being nice to us.
Okay,
and
no,
he can
I
make,
like this. It's fair, it's
and
fair.
He can make a
As soon as this new creature
tunnel
takes place in this
through
container,
rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
he
Umber
can?
Hulk turns on all you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I need the Umber Hulk.
That's fair.
He kind of has to.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
kinda
You can only control one at a time. Come on,
don't
don't
worry.
send the big guy out again.
You got
Send him out. Now he's
you got a
friendly.
stone
For an
titan.
hour,
I'm sure
though,
you're
he can make
fine.
us a tunnel
He
through
can
the
flick
rock.
this guy.
So can
And you watch almost like as this stone
He is the
titan
mountain.
disappears into this flask.
That's true.
But the Umber Hulk kind of, like he's jealous something else took his home as he kind of rears at all you guys. And now he's going to come at you guys. So that's going to put us at, Oriana, that was your turn, but
I would say that
full
it
Umber
would
Hulk.
replace the
Yeah, but
The
yeah.
Umber
the initiatives thing, right?
Put him in between
Right,
Oriana
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Well, I'll play the Umber Hulk. I'll keep that together.
Yeah, well, I was going to say he'd just be there.
Yep, he's there.
That's
So, okay, guys, you watch us now. His stone titan just magically disappears into this flask, and the Umber Hulk is not looking too happy. So, Leah, you're up.
All right. I am.
And you would have
going
advantage
to-
on him because his back is deal. Oh, that was good.
The Umber Hulk's not my friend.
Fantastic.
All right.
That was
I
wonderful.
don't care. Umber Hulk.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead
I've already got
and
all
cast
these visions.
blindness at him.
Bigger ones
Okay.
carry the littler
What's
ones.
the throw?
Constitution saving.
And my night is just going downhill now. A 2 plus 3. Yep. So he's blind.
Okay.
That's it.
So you watch as his Umber Hulk now is just kind of skirting around, turning in circles, and he actually cries out, "Why? I want to go home."
Oh, now you're making
No,
us
you
feel
really can't speak
bad.
that language. I just want to make you guys feel guilty for a moment.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
So, you do it.
We don't know.
Rufus, you see what's going on as this creature's kind of just waving around.
Can we just push him in the
Don't know what's happening.
Oh,
Are we up?
we can try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
You could try to call him over to you because there's a hole right behind you.
Yeah, Earth Elemental take his chances. Where's he looking at right now?
He's not looking at anything. He's blind.
Oh, he's blind.
He's turning
Yeah.
in circles.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, hold on.
What?
He's at the end.
Well, no, I kind of want to hold,
Okay.
Okay.
and then you, and then so Rowan can do the new thing. You kinda
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
So hold.
Hold.
Alright, I'm
Okay, so you see
Cool
it
thing
flying.
time.
the deadly stroke.
Give me that. Yeah. Okay.
Mm, 21.
Oh yeah.
And that
So that's a
means-
natural critical. So give me the double your dice.
What is it? Is it just a.
What did you have?
8d6, correct?
Yes.
Or 10d6 is you have
You have
4 sneak
four.
attack dice and your 6 for the damage.
Yeah.
So double all that and you add your dex modifier on top of it.
You've been shorting yourself a dice, I think.
I think so, yeah. I just know so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yep.
No, you rolled straight.
Did you really?
Yeah, he did. Almost.
Almost straight.
He does
10,
have 2.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's roll 1.
24.
24. 34.
43, 46.
Okay, so yeah, you hit him, doesn't kill him, but wounds him real bad as he kind of drops down and again goes.
Why?
Sorry.
Okay.
He's kneeling down, dude. He's kind of waving. He don't know where he's at.
He doesn't know where he's at?
May I?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Alright, I'm gonna
And this-
unleash a multi-attack.
Okay. And because he's blind, you have advantage on the attacks.
Yeah, well.
Alright, so let's go bite first.
Okay.
That's a 15 plus 7 to hit.
Yeah, that's you got it.
Okay,
Give me the damage.
and then that's a D8.
For this don't tighten it.
7 and 5 is 12.
12. Okay, so
And-
give me another one.
19 and 7,
That hits.
and that's 2d6.
You get to see him again.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
9
For a long time now.
plus 5 is 14.
14.
Yeah.
Boom. So yeah, you're not dead. But now he's kind of beat down to the ground, kind of reaching out as he's just bleeding out this green blood all over his stone, just kind of trying to crawl away, but looking pretty bad. Okay, so who, Rufus, you want to take your turn?
Okay.
Yep, you'll have advantage on it. Although for a second you swear he's looking at you when he looks in your direction, kind of looking up. Spider's kind of moving slower. Just crawling.
I'm gonna use my longbow
I'm a
so that I
friend.
can save a bullet or two on this guy. So
Okay.
I can get advantage.
So you're using your.
Right?
Using my longbow.
Okay.
Glad you
So
found
for
out
a
that
minute,
in the
this was
first
kind of
place.
weird, like putting all the guns away, like.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's 22 plus 5.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
I'm
What are you
going to, in bear form, kind of duck because I see him draw something other than
Yes.
a gun.
The bow is working.
What is that? So
12. So this one fires into his neck. You see now he's trying to pull out, bleeding out very badly, but still alive.
Oh shit.
So I'll take another arrow.
Yeah.
Fire. Okay, so 21 plus 5 is 26.
Yeah, that hits.
So 9.
The final one, you get right through one of his eyes. As it just sticks there for a second, he just tries to crawl a little bit more, and just gone. Yeah, he falls in the hole. He crawls the hole and just falls in. Okay, guys, so now you're holding the stone tight in your flask, and you look at this wall of stone
And
that
the
this
flask
thing,
is that was big.
that this thing removed itself from. You guys see writing on a span of it, maybe 5 feet across. Writing. You notice it right away to be infernal. You can see this writing there. Do you want to? Does anybody want to look at this?
Yeah.
Fly up. You start reading it through.
Oh god.
Start reading it downwards. I need just a straight intelligence check from you.
Anybody have any inspiration?
Inspiration. I have one left. Sounds good.
So we can go meditate. Get some more inspiration.
10 to 12.
So as you get to the bottom of it, you feel like this isn't the end of it. And you remember something. You remember being underground in Warlock's crypt. You remember finding this scroll that was infernal that you didn't understand what it was at the time. You take it and you start to read it, and you realize it's a continuation of all this. But you immediately know now you need to read this all the way through. As you begin to read, it talks about the city of gold and allow us in. And it speaks of Azarak and all. And as you're reading it through, you start to feel yourself almost begin to lose control. You guys watch as Oriana starts to become this silver energy from her, begins to emulate more and more. Her eyes now going completely silver. I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Maybe reading wasn't the important one.
It is 7.
Okay. So, you read it through, and you get all the way to the bottom of it as this scroll that you're holding just bursts into flames and ashes and drops. You guys all watch as these walls begin to crack at just where this writing is and begin to open as it almost becomes 2 doors that open into this entrance. You can hear howling wind that's actually blowing out towards you and what seems to be sounds of screams mixed with it. Oriana, you immediately fall unconscious. Not dead, but just, you watch as she just drops onto the ground. And you guys see this large, like I said, opening into complete blackness. And that's where we will end tonight's game.
Okay.
Hell.
Stick around for Osidion, guys. See you next week. Thank you.